are here. Welcome to the first episode of Road to Summit series. We are 9 weeks away from Summit. That's right, 9 weeks. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 9 weeks away from Summit. So that means I better get myself into gear and get myself going, because this 9 weeks is gonna go by really fast. To get started, first thing we're gonna talk about today is macros. What are macros? Your macros are your fats, proteins, carbs, and then in the end, your total calories per day. In definition terms, macros, which is short for macronutrients, says here that it's a substance required in relatively large amounts by living organisms. For example, a type of food, fat, protein, carbohydrate, required in large amounts in a human diet. Disclaimer right here, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian. However, I've put in a lot of time in research and studying and finding out what this means for me. It means something different for everyone. One of the biggest reasons you want to start keeping track of your macros is that you can be successful in achieving your goals. Now, one thing that's really, really important, and it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing in life to achieve a certain goal, is discipline. Discipline is habit, habit is discipline. So if you have a specific habit, then that's your discipline no matter what, where you don't even think about it. You just do it every day because it's necessary, or you do it every day because it's a part of your life. So in that sense, when you're tracking your macros, you want it to be a part of your life so that you can start to develop body awareness about yourself and also help you lead yourself into a healthier life, especially if you want to achieve certain goals with your body weight. With that being said, I can help you to get there easier with a couple tools that I'm going to reference today, which will be really great for you to get started. But the best part of learning what your macros are is you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about what you're eating, which is the scary part. You're going to learn about what you're not eating, meaning like just lack of really important foods like vegetables and fruits and particular grains and nuts and things like that. And you're just going to find out just a lot about yourself, and you're going to realize how healthy and important it is to really keep track of what it is that you're eating. It's a good way to really start to hold yourself accountable and to really keep track of what it is that you're eating on a day-to-day basis. For starters, what I want you to do is for 2 or 3 days, literally have a food journal. I want you to write down everything that you're eating, drinking, everything. I don't care what it is, buffalo wings, or for a snack you had an apple, or you decided to have a hot chocolate because it's cold outside. You're gonna track everything, all of your meals, all of your snacks, all of your drinks. So once you do the food journal and you realize like, oh my God, I gotta change the way I eat for your health benefits, then we can move on to the next step, which is finding out your macros. Now, the one that I use, you can go online. I'll put the link in the description box below. It's called the TDEE calculator. Total Daily Energy Expenditure, TDEE. And what this is gonna help you find out is exactly how many grams of fats, carbs, and proteins you have to eat per day, as well as find out what your calorie intake is per day. If you have certain goals, gaining muscle, maintaining your weight, or even losing weight, this is a really great tool to start using and keeping track. I also do recommend a food scale. It helps you understand your portions, and also just overall, again, having an understanding of what it is that you're eating that's necessary for your body. The TDEE calculator is really easy to use. It's just gonna ask you a bunch of questions, for instance, your age, your height, your weight, and your activity level. Now, be honest, don't put that you do heavy exercise, work 6 days a week when you like work out 1 day a week. So don't be lying and answering with fake answers. Be true to yourself. Nobody's watching you, nobody's seeing it. Be honest with yourself, because this will be a way for you to really get true numbers that you want to hit and target every day so that you can achieve the goal that it is that you want for yourself. Once you find out your macros, you are ready to take on the world. There are so many apps that you can use either on Android or iPhone that will help you track everything that you eat and everything that you drink. One of my favorite apps is called LifeSum. You can do LifeSum. There's also something called MyFitnessPal, and there's just a bunch of other apps that you can use. But those are two really great apps that you can start using.
I really love using the LifeSum app. It's a really easy app to use. Once you open the app, everything is visible right away, from your calories for the day to your macros, even to your water intake, which is really important, to your vegetable tracker. Food tracker has everything that you need there. And you can also go ahead and put in all of your food for breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's even a barcode scanner for everything that you want to track. And once you go into settings, you're going to go into notifications, and then this is where you're going to go to my nutritional settings. And this is where you can set your macros specifically to your numbers, which is really great. As you can see here, mine are already set. And once you have that, you're set to go. The app takes care of everything else. You just have to make sure that you track all of your food on a daily basis. And then also, there's also really cool side here where they have recipes. They offer recipes for you. So you guys should check it out.
Now, once you figure out your macros and your calories, you don't want to feel like those numbers are your boss. Okay, you are your boss of yourself. And again, sometimes you're gonna have days where you're not hitting certain numbers. Like you might not hit your carbs intake. You might not hit your fat intake and so forth, but it's okay. It's learning along the way, adjusting, understanding yourself, understanding your portions, and that's the most important thing. For me, it took me about 4 months to really understand and really get the hang of putting my food, measuring my food, understanding every time I'm cooking, tracking all of everything that I'm eating, to hold myself accountable, to make sure I'm hitting my macros and my numbers every day. And at one point, I will say that it does get fun because you want to be able to meet your numbers as close as possible, or even hit them on target. So that's like and at the end of the day, once you realize like, wow, I ate all of these great things, I ate all of these great carbs and so forth, and I'm hitting my numbers, then you're on your way to success, whether that is maintaining your weight, gaining muscle, or losing weight. Whatever your goal is, that's the whole point of tracking your macros. You start to feel good, you start to feel good about yourself, you start to feel healthy, and it's just a really great feeling. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna join me on this journey by tracking your macros. I would love to know what your macros are. So be sure to leave a comment with your macros, and I will definitely let you know what my macros are in the description box below. I would love to know your numbers. Hold yourself accountable. We can hold each other accountable during this journey, 9 weeks leading to Summit. Over time, you start to recognize your portion sizes, you start to recognize when to eat, and you start to realize how much you need to eat of certain foods to maintain your body weight. Did you think this video was very helpful? If so, don't forget to like this video and definitely subscribe. Remember, always keep pushing, always keep challenging yourself, always keep moving forward. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And what that stands for is total daily... Total daily energy.